Dear ladies and gentlemen, for the deplorables next part. Okay, so but back to the history. Ne? Also Kneipp and Weishaupt were the main people in founding the Illuminati. Kneipp probably many historians claim that they were not on the same line. That Kneipp was in fact a spy from the aristocrats. Ne? And maybe both of them have achieved their goal, no? Because in time the aristocrats could could get enough money and remain as one of the richest people and could remain also in the monetary aimed system of capitalism in ruling positions. No? And this may be rooted also in the Kneipp idea within the Illuminatis, no? To give them this kind of abilities and to get them used to it. And Weishaupt, he tried to influence also the American Independence War. They were open to it, our forefathers, but they were not really members of them, and he was not very successful in the United States. No? But I think there was some discussion and dispute between our forefathers and Weishaupt. But as you know, the most forefathers and the most presidents of the United States were always in trouble and war with the banks. Jackson fought the so-called war on banks, and his last words were, "I have won the war on banks." So no, it's not really like this that the Illuminati are. They were Freemasons, yes, but this doesn't mean that they were Illuminati, because the Illuminati at the time of our forefathers had not yet a huge influence and impact. They just started to undermine the Freemasons. They were not really leading Freemasons. They started to undermine the Freemasons and to get into the 33rd rank and to get the power of them. But not only them, they tried also to undermine the state and every political influential organization. That's the aim of Weishaupt, undermining to take power. And this is copied, like I said, nowadays in the mafia. No? And the mafia has links founded by a Freemason, who may have been an Illuminati or not, I don't know. This research must be done. And but it's Illuminati tactics applied by mafia and organized crime and drug cartels nowadays, and by many deep states, probably copied, but maybe this research must be done. How much influence from Illuminati is there, or how much they have a word to say. But you have to consider, when things and tactics run well, then they get copied. And nowadays it's more copying. The most organized crime copying this kind of undermining, because it's now known as a strategy, and they do it for copying purposes without paying copyright. And so Weishaupt. So we had the Illuminati, they existed and they still exist, as I'm sure. I leave it to others to do further research. So, and back to one very important issue in it now, is the book originally from Weishaupt, and it's not disputed that it is written by him, über die Staatsausgaben und Auflagen. It's a German title. It's about the state budget and the regulations. Would be a kind of translation of the book. I can't ever upload a free PDF of the book on my Getter account, so people can read it, but it will be in German because it's the original language of it. And Tulsi, you speak German if you are interested to read it, as the highest secret service agent in the world. So, but yes, so we have what's the most interesting part of it is about the debt system. Rothschild has done a bank system, built the bank system of England, had a good connection and made a lot of profits there and had a huge influence. And the book is about how this influence by the English-British banking system comes about and how to use it to get a manipulative, influential power in the world. Debts. debts. So what he writes in the book, I can't copy it. I don't want to read the whole book again to see this, but I remember it well because it was very impressive. What Weishaupt states there, it's probably applied until now. So you have to create first. You build banks, and then and private people lend it, no? Not states. You need to produce needs of the people. No? You need to advertise things that are costly. So the political power comes then want to be voted and elected. So they want to please the people who are the voters. That's what Weishaupt explained well, and it's a quite sophisticated strategy, but in nowadays time evil. So create a need of the people, advertise something new that's cool and everybody want to have, but there is a lack of money to produce it or to get it done. So when they want to provide it, they need to take credits. So they take credits and they have debts. That's Weishaupt's idea that is now reality in the world. So they take debts, they have debts. The debts will make them psychologically trying to please the one who gives the credit because they want new credits and they can't pay it back. The idea is that they can't pay it back, not that they pay it back, because that there is a psychological dependence. You have a credit and you can't pay it back. You want to please the one who gives you the credit, and then you need more credit, and you have to please him, and you want psychologically to please him so that he gives you a new credit and not ask you to for pay back. No? That's the idea of dependence, and this dependence brings power because they want to please you. They will do favors for you who gives the money. So the one who gives the money is a background power of the ones who are officially in power. That's the idea, no, of Weishaupt for his Illuminati. And he recommended it. This has been done by Rothschild in Britain and successfully. And he recommended this system for the whole world, for Illuminatis in the whole world, to get influential in the world. No? And so you have to create always new needs. People need to be conditioned to be up to date, to have the most modern clothes, the most modern technology, the newest things, always more expensive, and it must be provided. And to provide it, the state needs to provide that they have the money to buy it, and so they have to get credit. So it's more, the most interest is that the state, the governing state, needs credits to run the country and please the population and to get voted again. So the intent is not to make them debt free, to make them the debts higher and higher and higher and more depending on it, and when they don't follow, you let the whole state system crash because they have to pay back. They have to pay it back. And that's the system of Weishaupt, and that's the world we are living in. We have now $36 trillion debts. We need to get rid of the debts. So independently, the Illuminati have such a huge power now, they still exist. That's I'm sure, but independently how much power they have or not, the debts build a dependence, not an independence. That's why Jackson has done a very great job by making US debt free, and he fought for this, the war on banks. And he won the war on banks, and the USA was the first time and the only time in its existence debt free. We need to reach the states to get really independent of the money system, and then we can think about another money system. No? That's really important. That's a part of independence. We need to be independent in food production. We have to produce own food, not to depend on other food importers, because that's more important than gold and silver. And we need also an independence in the way of monetary system. In first place, getting rid of all debts. How hard it is, get rid of all debts. And then we need to change the monetary system, but that's the second step, because the monetary system is perverted nowadays. So, yep. So So think about it when we think about debts, and I hope you understand we need to get rid of the debts. And who want to investigate Illuminati more, do it. See you. May the logic be with you.